Alright, so for the next video what we're going to do is take this links division, our navigation division, and we're going to get this position the way that we want it to be. What we want to remember is the sizes that we wanted it to be. So we wanted to set the min height on the navigation division to 600 pixels. We wanted a 6 pixel right hand margin and 150 pixels on the width, and we were going to set it with no border. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 1 pixel border for now, just so that we can see it, and then we'll remove it a little bit later in the process. So 150 pixels wide, 6 pixels right margin, min height 600 pixels. So I'm going to go into the style sheet. I believe my navigation, I've already got my navigation division set up with its class definition. So it's ready to go. So we're going to create a division, div dot, where class is going to be navigation. And we wanted the width of that to be 150 pixels. We wanted a margin to the left side, no, right margin right. And we need that set to 6 pixels. And then we were going to set a min height, so a minimum height of 600 pixels. And even though we don't want a border in the end, we're going to go ahead and put a border on now just so that we can see it. Sometimes it's nice to be able to see something when you're working on it. You can always take a border off later. So I'm just going to do one pixel solid black border. And that's just so that we can see it. So let's go ahead and refresh now before we do anything else. So what you should see is that it shows up in the position it is in the code. So in the code, on this page, you've got the showcase container, which we just built. Now the navigation division is next. The content division comes after that. So I just styled the navigation a little bit, and that's what's showing up here. And here's that 600 pixel minimum height. By setting it at a minimum, if for some reason it needed more space, it could grow, but it can't shrink to under the 600. And what we want to do next is get this guy over here, and we want to allow the content on the page to pull up into the empty space. And to do that, we use the float property. So I'm going to go into my navigation bar here, and we're just simply going to go float, and we're going to say you can either float to the right, which moves the element over to the right and pulls the content up into the empty space, or you can do float left, which floats the element to the left and pulls the content up into the empty space. So I'm going to do float to the right to put it over on the right hand side of the page. We'll save that, and we'll go back and refresh and see where we're at. So the links, the navigation bar is floated to the right. Our text and pictures have sucked up into the empty space. It looks like our 6 pixel margin is showing up correctly. Again, we'll pull the border off later. We're not going to worry about the text being right up against it here. We're going to take care of that when we do the content container. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here, save this one, and the next video will come in and we're going to style these links up so that they look a little bit better.